Ekta, love is about equality because it's about the freedom to choose who you want to be with. And if you know I think that is the freedom, this freedom to choose and the freedom to think for yourself, that very often scares people from acknowledging love, because once love gets normalized, equality gets normalized. Because love, as you know, it speaks a universal language. It tends to go beyond the boundaries of race, religion, borders. So, and if the person has the freedom to choose beyond, on the basis of compatibility, if they are empowered enough to choose, um, so that is why equality. I mean, I think that love is all about equality.
At the last Twitter space, Rubab, you had talked about the celebration of love in the history of Pakistan. And you had mentioned the name of villages like Radhakrishan village and other love stories, which are part of the folk tales of Pakistan. Now, the common belief is that historically, marriage was always a tool for consolidating property, and the concept of love marriage has come up in the last century or so with gender equality and the rise of women's empowerment. What are your this, and can you tell us about the religious aspect of love in Pakistan and the opposition to interfaith marriages?
Okay, so as somebody said, and as I was saying earlier, love is about equality, and essentially, very quickly, and as somebody also mentioned, patriarchy. Interestingly, from the religious aspect also, I mean, some like to believe that this even concept of love marriage is recent, but that is not true. Because from the religious perspective, if you look at it, it was Khadija, the wife of the Prophet, who was much older than him also, who sent him a proposal for marriage. And so here's a woman proposing a man, and now today we have given them chai trays to be selected by men. So how is that equality? And how much does a woman have a say in her marriage and her to choose her life partner? And which again, places an emphasis on equality. And very very quickly, somehow the important topic, I'd like to thank you and Bina Server and everybody, because apart from the universal language of love and how it's bringing, so many, it's even today, it's brought together a tapestry and a mosaic of beautiful, diverse people around. See, it when, today, if you look at South Asia, it's pretty much like the old Venetian culture, where marriage is divorced from love. Okay, and it's based on land and financial interests. So that was not the case earlier. And what that does is, and even when and if you look at it, why has it become such a big issue celebrating Valentine? At the end of the day, love is about peace, and we should be promoting a dialogue between civilizations rather than a clash between civilizations. But why is it scorned upon? Why is it not normalized? Why? Because it challenges inequality. If a woman is empowered enough to have a say, or if a man is empowered enough to have a say in who they marry, and all of these, if I'm honest, these folk love stories also that I've shared, and I hope that you'll be kind enough to share.
Yeah,
they were also rebels. So they, instead of following the sheep mentality, the herd mentality, they chose to stand up, and they chose to speak up, and they chose to be with who they wanted to be. So I was saying that if you that they were these folk heroes, they were rebels. So if you have to be a rebel, you've got to be a rebel in love rather than a rebel in hate. At the end of the day, this Twitter hashtag was started to challenge extremism, and we decided to reclaim the vibrance, the colors, and the diversity of our country through love, and to celebrate our shared civilization and the beautiful and all of these villages. You see, they have a rich history. Some are 800 years old, some are 900 years old, and if you look at their names, there's a village called Prem Nagar that is like the village of love. So it's about reclaiming the beauty that we have, and the beauty that we have in our origins.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, these beautiful folk traditions.
लाल चमकण थोड़ी सेब वाला यती सारे विचों दंद चंबे दी कली की हंस मोती हो दाने निकले हुसन अनार विचों उठ सुत्या सेज असाडड़ी तो ते लम्मा सुसरी वांग क्यों पया है रे पड़िया उठ के देवे जवाब मैनू के निगड़ा बोर हो गया है वे मैं ते नाल सहेलिया आड़ खड़ी मैनू पहर सारा गुजर गया है वे सुखी लदिया मेडड़ी से जो तू ते कौन कोई आन पिया है वे होंठ सुर्ख यकूत जेवे लाल चमकण थोड़ी सेब वाला यती सारे विचों दंद चंबे